All right, we are muted. Go for it.
But yeah. Hey, you were doing it. I'm gonna kill you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Slow Old Guys Season 29 race tonight. We are at the Auto Club Speedway. That's a great time. We've got a lineup of 14 drivers in this 13 drivers in this race tonight. We're gonna have one quick repair, one extra set of tires, and no black flags will be cleared. Joining me in the booth tonight is going to be Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark?
Doing good. Good evening, everybody.
All right. So there's not going to be any qualifying for this race, which is not typical for a lot of our broadcasting races. They're just going to random grid when they get going. We've got, where are we? Are they gridding up, Richard?
No, they're not gritting up, and I'm kind of hurt that you did not actually introduce me either. Um, but tonight I am a little under the weather, so I did have to bring in some help. But like she said, we are going to be here at Auto Club Speedway, and it is going to be some exciting races. As you know, we've gotten into doing a little bit of the street stocks, and they are a little bit slower car, but they can be fun to drive. And to see them here at a bigger track is going to be interesting to see. We seen them last week at the Daytona Super Speedway, and tonight they are going to be at a 2 mile track. And like she said, there's going to be a random grid. So we don't know who is going to start on the pole as of yet. We do have a 15 incident point DQ limit. And there is going to be no green, white, checkered. So if the caution comes out with 2 laps to go, that is probably going to be it for that race. The race will be over. But like I said, I had to bring in some help here tonight because I'm a little bit under weather. I've had a major headache for the last couple days. So hopefully everything's all right there. But we will try to put on the best show that we can. But Miss Amanda, I think she will do an awesome job along with Mark. He is kind of new to the broadcasting scene, but I believe he'll bring on a good show also. But there is our race info for tonight. Looks like the weather is going to be 78 degrees. It looks like it's going to be about 55% participation, precipitation. But looks like green flag is already out. Wow, y'all could y'all could let me know about that.
I are they?
Uh,
Mine is
that
froze.
is interesting. Okay, this is the heat race that they're in, and the way they do things is kind of new to us. Like I said, they are going to have no qualifying, random grid, and do not grid heat race. No grid heat race. Everybody is out there on the track. No.
No.
All right. So I just heard a green
It's
flag, and it looks like one person is out there on the track, and that's going to be the two.
it looks like they had
And the
one
symbol on
driver
7. Yeah.
on the track. Okay. I'm confused. Okay. Okay. All right, we are getting ready to go green flag once they finish clearing up this final heat. Mark, what you seeing over there?
Well, honestly, right now I am just watching number 2, the Matt Wyrick Senior car, checking him out. I just want to get a good look at all the cars before they start green flag racing, and I'm loving the conditions tonight. Honestly, I like a dark setting.
Well, the plus side to driving at night is you're not going to have to worry about the glare of the sun in your face. And I'm sure these guys are thankful for that as well. Yeah, just don't call Jansky. Nope, but it's on the thing. Did they take me out? Nope. Nope, I'm still there.
Number 7.
Number 996.
Yes, but in the 7th position.
You
All right, yeah, they're gridded up in pit lane right now.
All right, starting in first position is going to be Jonathan Bergeron. Second is going to be Matt Warwick Sr. Third position is going to be Doug Helfer. Fourth position is Rodney German. Fifth is going to be Rusty Greer. Sixth will be Larry Anderson. Mark, you want to take it from here?
All right, 7 will be Don Jordan. 8 will be Nicholas Novak. 9 will be Herman Reynolds. 10 is at Anthony Mintz. 11th is Seth Kramer. 12th is Carlos Henrique. 13th is Jack Clemente.
Now, if you butchered his name, that's on you.
I mean, if his name is Clement, take the E off.
A now. He can spell it and say it however he wants.
All right, it looks like those pace car lights are off, so they're getting ready to go green flag racing. Now, most of our leagues, wait till they get to that Geico restart box before they can even think about taking the green. I know on the first lap, they will wait for the green flag to fly. Then every flag after that, if a caution comes out, they will wait for that Geico restart box, and then the leader will decide when he wants to go.
Absolutely.
All right,
Oh,
and there goes your pace car. We are getting a jump on it this evening with number 717, Jonathan Bergeron, taking up the lead in the beginning. Looks like the number 2 is trying to take him over.
look at the number 12 making some moves in the back. Slide up just a little bit, taking the high line.
Me personally, I want 007 to get it.
Clearly 007 is not afraid to use his chrome horn. Getting very close to that number 2 car. But while we're letting them get acquitted with the truck, let's take a look at some of these paint jobs they've got going on. The first one, 007, Rusty Greer. So, trying to get a better angle on that one. It's the Dodge logo right there. What is that, Carolina? Oh, I'm trying to keep up with the camera. Oh, it's 717 with the Dodge logo going on there. Number 2, Matt Wyrick with the Camaro logo. It's kind of hard to see the side too much there. Honestly, I'm kind of digging the purple car though. Which one is that? Rodney German? Yep.
All right, so as of right now, we got three big movers of the race, and that is going to be Jack Clement and Seth Craver. He is going to be moving up 4 spots in that number 12. And we also have Nicholas Novak in his number 79 Chevrolet Camaro. Definitely a nice looking paint scheme. He does have the old school look going on to it. But my personal favorite is going to be which one was it? This one right here, and it's going to be an old 69 Mustang look. Definitely interesting to see some of these paints on Camaro bodies. But it's amazing what people can do in trading paints and what they can make them look like. We also have a Dodge Charger paint scheme back there, and that looks like it is going to be number 42. And we'll go to a little bit of different camera angle so you can see, and that's going to be Jack Clement, and he is almost 3 wide coming into turn number 3. Or is that turn number 2? Yeah, that's going to be turn number 2. And he's in a 3 wide situation. I'm sorry, turn number 4. 3 wide situation. And they decided to get out of it. No cautions as of yet. We have 60 laps, and we already have 5 down, now 6 down, and we still have a lot of racing left to go. So 120 miles here in these cars. They only have about 25% fuel. So fuel mileage is going to be important, but how important is it with only about 25% of fuel? What are y'all seeing back there?
Well, I've got my eyes.
Go ahead.
I've got my eyes on the number 9, Herman Reynolds, with the Superman paint scheme going on. And he is riding the 79 pretty hard of Nicholas Novak.
Yeah, they are pretty much locked up nose to tail as they come down the front stretch into turn number one. Now, this track is, considering it is a 2 mile track, this track is very draft dependent. So 2 cars can be just as fast as 4. And you see these cars are going to work that high line, and that high line is actually the momentum line. You see it in the truck series, you see it in the cup series. These cars can actually make a lot of moves on that high line, and that bottom line is can be fast early on, but as those tires start to wear out, they are actually going to wear faster than that high line. But we'll take a ride in the cockpit view, and there is a cockpit view of the number 9, and he is up 6 positions along with Anthony Mentz, and Jack Clement now has moved up 8 positions from where he started. Mark or Amanda?
Well, then you go ahead.
That's going to make him the biggest move of the night so far.
Absolutely. You still have Rusty Greer. He's up 3 positions. He has been able to take over the lead, but he has got that 717 right on the back bumper, and pretty much all these cars are locked bumper to bumper. As you know, it's interesting to see how well of a pack that these cars are running in. I've raced in some of the officials at Auto Club in the trucks, and they just got so spread out. And here at lap number 7, coming to lap number 8, they are still in a big pack. All 14 cars, or 13 cars, should I say, are right there, all together under a blanket. Mark, go ahead.
No, I was actually going to say the very same thing. I'm used to a little more spread out racing. These guys are locking it up pretty close and staying, rather, close, rather close to each other. Looking for another word, didn't work.
It's a tight pack.
Tight pack, yeah, there you go.
And the downside to them racing so close is if one of them wrecks, several of them are going to wreck.
Well, they do have that one quick fast
That's
repair
my
just in
favorite part.
case they do need it. And so far, so good. And we watched them at Daytona, and there were, last week at Daytona, there was not a lot of incidents that happened at Daytona. We saw one big incident, but everybody was able to get their cars repaired and get back there on the track. So can we see that again here tonight? We might, as the laps do tick down, or as they're coming on pit road, we could see some maybe mistakes coming on pit road. That will be a huge factor in this race. It is 55 miles an hour for the pit road speed limit, so it is, you're going 100 plus mile an hour. It's hard to get that car slowed up, especially that apron being as slick as ice. It can be very interesting as they are almost 4 wide, and let's see if we can get a better angle at that little pack right there. I know they're 3 wide right there. The 64 right there in the middle.
3 wide in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and call that.
Oh, I would, except I need to go get a battery for my mouth. It just crapped out.
All right. Well, Miss Manna will be right back. And Mark, go right ahead, step right in, tell us what you see.
Well, right now it looks like you got 1 leader out there, which would be number 007, Rusty Greer. Oh, and I spoke too soon. Nicholas Novak looked like he's taking up the high line to try to cut him down a little bit in the rankings. And it seems that really they're just packed up to me. I'm still learning it all. So...
But yeah, this is what I love about racing, especially these cars here. They are, riding around in that pack, and that high line cannot break away. So that 007 has the advantage, and that could be the difference in these cars compared to the trucks. These cars, the low line might work better than the high line. As for the trucks, they work better on the high line than the low line. And as you can see, the 79 just got a bump from the 9. And he got out just a hair and was able to take over. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Probably overpowering. And he was able to take over that lead for just a second. But Still not a
Yeah,
bad.
but 007, Rusty Greer took it right back. They look like they're trading positions pretty regularly or in the position to.
Yeah, and right there in the back, you have Don Jordan. Don Jordan looks like he is just back here saving what he has, riding back at the end of the longest line, probably saving a little bit of fuel, maybe going to go the extra distance than a lot of these other cars, and that could be a factor. Have those fresher tires for later in the run because they only have one extra set of tires, so they have two, the ones that are on the car and one in the pit, and it looks like Jack Nudemacher said Amanda could cause a headaches. That's funny.
What happened?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
I was just reading something in the chat.
Oh.
And right now, let's see what the best lap time is going to be. I'm going to switch over to the ticker. Look at that close pack racing. Not not a lot of distance in between each car, and like I said, we really haven't seen this before at Auto Club, but we have seen the very clean racing, and we saw a lot of green flags last night as we were here at Auto Club last night with 4 wide, and we're seeing quite a few green flag laps here tonight. And there we go. And it looks like the high line is going to be falling apart as we only have 2 cars on the outside line. Everybody else has went down to the bottom line, and this could be getting ready to bring those cars down the pit road and maybe take a little bit of go-go juice. Now, I don't know how many laps they can go on a full tank of fuel or 25% fuel, but I know it cannot be many. As looks like I was trying to find out who that was. Looks like they were a little bit loose coming out of the corner, and it looks like it was going to be the 9.
That would be Herman Reynolds.
So this is a familiar sight that we've seen at most super speedways, is just pretty much follow the leader, maybe just sit back and do a little fuel conservation. That's it.
Oh, y'all in the big words.
Oh, my head hurts. It's Amanda's fault.
You would almost think Richard was in the Marines.
Yeah. All right, we already have a few takers coming down pit road, and that is going to be, who's that going to be, Amanda? Since you decided to disappear on us.
Listen, we talked to my mouse. It decided to disappear. Honestly, it is not showing me who's in the pit.
Well, that is going to be Rusty.
So,
that is going to be Rusty Greer.
Rusty Greer, Nicholas Novick, Carlos Henrique, Seth Kramer, and Jack Clemente have all taken to the pits.
Well, TSN Motorsports says, don't be picking on the Marines.
I got nothing but love for the Marines. I was just Army, so we have that little rivalry going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a lot more coming in the pits, and holy cow!
Whoa!
What is going on?
That looked like Atlanta at rush hour right there.
Everybody decided to come down at once, and it was just pure madness on pit road. And I still think they are 3 wide coming down pit road. That's craziness.
They were pit 3 wide. That was a little wild.
Yes, it was. Oh. All right. So right now, as of right now, as we're making pit stops, the 717 will be scored the leader as of right now. As they come out of the pits, we shall see who is going to be who is going to have the race off of pit road. And let's go down to pit lane to see if we can see that race off of pit road. And Rusty Greer, it looks like Carlos Novak, Clement, and Kramer, they are going to be trying to rush around and maybe take over that lead, but I don't believe they're going to get here in time. And it looks like Rodney German, he is going to be able to get the race off of pit road. And this is where it's probably going to get really stretched out, but that 69 is going to be able to. It's going to be able to keep that lead. And TNS Motorsport says Army ain't ready for the Marines yet.
But Marines mad about riding in Navy equipment. You know what I mean? So
Jesus.
What are you talking about, Chair Force?
You know what? I'm gonna. I will guard my chair just fine. Thank you very much.
Glad to have you there, TNS Motorsports. We're glad that you stopped by and spending your evening with us. I'm usually in a more cheerful, upbeat mood, and I'm very sorry about that. But
It's Jack. Hi, Jack.
wow, he was just on Facebook. That's what, man.
You know what? Don't hate. Don't hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate now. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of a spread out field as the chaos on pit road did hold some people, and they may have got some penalties. But I'll let y'all call it from here for just a few laps. I'm gonna go find me some Excedrin or something.
all right.
All right.
So first we've got the number 69 Keystone, Rodney German, followed very closely by the 717 Jonathan Bergeron. Looks like he's trying to get a little draft out of him. And then right behind them, cutting up the low line, is the number 17 of Anthony Mintz.
You know, when they draft that close, they get slingshot effect. Okay. Nope. The 17 took the second position and put a little gap between him and the 717. Alrighty. All right. So back here we've got the 007 of Rusty Greer and Larry
And
Anderson. Andresen. Listen, winging it. Let's see a little bit further back. You've got Matt Wyrick Sr. and Don Jordan. Don Jordan's got a nice little draft going on.
then you've got the number 64 of Doug Helfer and the 79 of Nicholas Novak pretty close. And then you got number 9, Superman, Herman Reynolds, falling back all by himself here.
Yes.
I didn't even see him back there. And you got Seth Kramer, the number 12 car, pulling up the 11th position right now.
All right. So our biggest mover of the night so far is going to be Anthony Mintz. He's up 8 positions from where he started, currently sitting in the second position spot.
I love the color scheme on his car, Amanda. Don't you? The black and red, I think, looks really good.
You know, I'm still going for that purple,
Well, and
honestly.
that purple's first place right now, so you're doing a pretty good job.
It's that the purple and black, like that's gonna be my next paint job on my iRacing car, not on my actual car. because my car gets thrown into discussions all over the place. Well, thank you for that, Jack. We appreciate that.
Your car only comes into discussions because we want you to do the duct tape racing stripes on it.
I am not putting duct tape racing stripes on my Camaro. Uh, all right. You- There's also a battle going on between Rusty Greer and Larry Andre on Andreessen.
Andresen.
Listen, I'm That's why it's my A racing car, Jack. So I don't have to worry about the paint or the fender or honestly the car at all. If we're really, you know, talking about it, my iRacing car, it's okay. It's okay. My actual car, it's no story.
All right, as the field got spread out, it looks like we have a 3-car breakaway out towards the front. We'll go back to our tower so you can see what the distance is going to be, and that's going to be over a 3-second distance back to third place, or excuse me, fourth place of Rusty Greer. Larry Anderson, he is going to be all over the back. Andresen, sorry, Amanda did that, made me do it.
What's that?
I said Anderson instead of Andresen.
What when you look at it at a
Yeah, I
quick
know.
glance, it's just yeah.
But Andreasen is still riding in that fifth position. He's up one position from where he started the race. He started in sixth. Now Don Jordan, he a couple laps ago, he was able to overtake Wyrick, a senior, on the outside coming into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, and able to go right around that number 2 car like he was standing still. So he got a lot of momentum coming out of that turn number 4 and was able to make the pass. So he is going to be up 3 positions from where he started the race, and he's going to put Wyrick Sr. back into 7th. Now Wyrick is going to look to the outside coming into turn number 2. Not going to be able to get there, as he is just going to tuck it right back in behind that 6, utilize that draft, and maybe try to get a run going into turn number 3. Nicholas Novik, he is right there where he started. He has got Helfer right there behind him in that 64, and these guys have been pushing for quite a few laps. They have been glued together. Now I can only wonder how those engine temps look as they are tucked in, behind each other, for the pretty much for the last 10 laps. But it's been a pretty good race as of right now. Even though everybody is spread out, we still have 2-car battles, that can happen at any time. So I hate to see it for the 69. He is going to be 1 lap down, but if a caution were 069. But if the caution were to come out, he is going to be the first car 1 lap down, so he will get that lucky dog spot and get that lucky dog and be back on the lead lap if the caution were to come out. But as of right now, he is going to be the first car 1 lap down. Jack Clement, he is going to be the second car 1 lap down in that Dodge Camaro. But if he can catch up to Carlos, he will be able to battle it out for that lucky dog spot. So maybe we can see a little battle coming up in the next few laps, as we are almost to halfway. And, we still have 60 laps to go here at Auto Club, so it's still anybody's race. Now, once again, if the caution comes out with only a few laps to go, that will probably be it, because there are no green-white checkers here. But we do have a new leader, and I'll let Mark go ahead and take it.
All right. Well, you guys were talking about the pack up in the back. The number 717, Rodney German, or Jonathan Bergeron, passed up Rodney German in the 69. He got a little bit of draft from the back, came up 1 lane above him, a little bit on the high line, tried to go around him, and he succeeded. So it was actually a really good one. I was trying to watch on that, but I didn't want to call.
Still not a bad move, especially being a lonely car. But this track is a very wide track, and you know it's surprising that everybody is only utilizing one lane. They can go five. They have room enough to go five wide if they really wanted to. I will say that that small little pack of two right there for fourth and fifth, and that's going to be Rusty Greer and Andresen. They are actually slowly but surely catching this pack of three. They're ticking off a little bit of time, little by little.
Yes, they are, and that pack of three is not looking to make any sudden moves just yet.
No, they're waiting it out. Honestly, it looks like it's a patience game here. It really
Uh,
does.
very likely, and we are now halfway through this race. So it is truly a situation of it could be anyone's race at this point. All right, so 79 of Nicholas Novak and the 64 of Doug Helfer have made their way up to the small pack that was Matt Wyrick and I want to say Don Jordan, who has now hit the pits.
And so has Herman Reynolds. He's sliding into pit row.
He's in the pits.
Well, that's why I said sliding.
All right.
Oh, no, the number 69, Rodney German, is trying to get around Jonathan Bergeron. Oh, yep, they all are. I spoke too soon.
Nicholas Novak broke loose for a minute. Looked like he might. I don't know what just happened there. He wiggled off, and now I guess he's going to the pits too. And who and Matt Wyrick is literally sliding into the pits. Did anybody tell him it's not Tokyo Drift Night? Oh, okay.
Doug Helfer. Yep, he looks like he's in the. Is that a Pontiac logo?
That's Pontiac Trans Am.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that, sir. Is that a Pontiac?
That be the fire chicken.
I almost got a Pontiac body kit for my car. Almost.
All right, Doug Helfer, he is going to bring his number 64 Pontiac Trans Am. He is going to bring it down pit road. He did get slowed down in time. He stayed out to lead a lap, and you know so far everybody has pitted. Don Jordan, he is going to be able to get his a lap back the hard way. So he is going to be back on the lead lap. Now they did take tires this time, so they are halfway through, and they will take that one set of feel goods and put them on their car. But where will this all put them? We have seen the 3-car breakaway. We still have that 3-car breakaway out front. They will catch Doug Helfer as he is in the pits and retake the lead. As Anthony Mintz, he has fallen back just a little bit. He's going to need a little bit of help to catch that 2-pack, that pack of 2 of German and Mintz. And they just
Yep, they
retook the
are.
lead.
No, but we've got Jonathan Bergeron coming up pretty close behind him. Looks like he's going to get a good run with him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that draft that is definitely helping that car catch back up to the back bumper, or they are slowing up just a little bit. I can't tell which one, but you know what? We can go cockpit view and kind of see what he's doing.
So watching these 17 draft on the back of the 69 of Rodney German, while Jonathan Bergeron is hanging out right there in the back. I'm waiting for the 17. Honestly, it looked like he was going to break out there for a second and make a run for the lead, and then he changed his mind.
Let's see. I'm watching Larry Anderson and Andresen and Don Jordan are actually coming up, not too far behind them.
Looks like they got a buddy system going on there. Okay. Mine isn't
Yeah.
coming up. Mine decided to abort mission. It's okay. I can live without
Yeah.
it.
All right. Jack Clement is actually pushing that 04 of Larry Andresen, trying to help him catch this pack of three, and they are doing a pretty good job at it. You know, we saw two cars, you know, catch, be at just as fast as three cars. Now, will they have enough laps to catch these guys? We don't exactly know, as they are about 5 seconds behind. They are ticking off a little bit of time, little by little. But if those three were to get to racing each other, that would give Andresen a little bit of help to actually catch them. Now about 4.8 seconds. So he is slowly ticking off time, but I'm not sure if he has enough time at the rate that he is taking that time off, if he will be able to catch those three without them racing side by side for the positions. And it looks like Don Jordan, he has fell back to about 13 seconds back. So he is a ways back. So he is going to be no help. But he does have Helfer and Novak right there behind him. So as those two catch up to his back bumper, that will make a three car drafting pack. And they may be able to make some moves. But 13 seconds, or excuse me, 10 seconds up to Andresen, that's going to be a lot of time to make up in a short period of time. So we'll have to see how that plays out as the laps are ticking down. We have had no cautions, and we have 13 cars that are pretty much spread out all over the track, and only 9 of them are on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap is going to be Seth Kramer. He actually was able to get back on the lead lap. He's barely on the lead lap, but he's on the lead lap.
Yeah, and at almost 12 seconds behind. Is there even a chance he can catch up?
So without that caution running by himself, I don't believe he will be able to do it by himself. So something catastrophic would have to happen, but as the laps wind down, the racing cranks up. So, you know, everybody wants a win. So can we see that win? Something happen for that win. But the only bad thing is, if it happens later in the race with only, say, 2 laps to go, that's it. The race is over. You are pretty much right there where you finish. So if a guy 12 seconds behind can't pass the guy that got spun or that got involved in something, he's pretty much going to still have that position. So, but still, not a bad race. I mean, like I said, we're not used to seeing these street stocks at a bigger course. But here at Auto Club, it looks like they are doing pretty good, and we see the little pack racing that we usually see in the Cup cars, in the trucks, and in the Xfinity cars. So, still not a bad race.
Well, I think it's a good change up because I like seeing a little bit of the older school cars.
Absolutely.
So Amanda, what are you looking at over here?
Right now, just kind of watching Seth Kramer make his laps and Herman Reynolds with his little Superman car fly around the track by himself. True
Well, that's
Superman fashion.
true Superman fashion, exactly.
So even riding around in the official races, that's what makes the races very long. Is when you're riding around by yourself. Seth Kramer, he's back there about 34 seconds, and he is just coming through. Looks like coming out of turn number 4, and the leader is actually not very far behind him. I think the leader is just now coming into turn number 3. Yeah, his little pack is coming into turn number 3. So to stay on the lead lap, Seth Kramer is going to have to pick up that pace. I know he's by himself, but he's going to have to do something. And it looks like who is that going to be right there in front of them? So it looks like Carlos, he is going to be looking to go another lap down, as he was fighting for the lucky dog spot. Now he is going to be now 2 laps down, and Wyrick Senior, he is going to be the only car 1 lap down. So if something does happen, Wyrick will get the lucky dog, and the 3 leaders are going to be making the pass on the inside.
All right. So Rodney German up 4 positions from where he started, currently holding the first place position. Sitting in second is going to be Jonathan Bergeron, up 7 positions from where he started. And I do believe that he is currently going to be the biggest mover of the night, is the number 17 of Anthony Mintz. Larry Anderson is up 2 positions from where he started in the 4th position. Doug Helfer is actually down 2 positions from where he started, sitting in 5th. The 79 of Nicholas Novak is up 2 positions from where he started in the 6th position. Same thing for Mr. Don Jordan, the 6th car. He is up 2 positions, sitting in 7th spot. In the 8th position, Herman Reynolds is up 3 positions from where he started. Seth Kramer is also up 3 positions, sitting in 9th currently. Let's see. Matt Wyrick is down 8 positions from where he started, sitting in 10th. Carlos is up 2, as well as Jack, who's back there giving his buddy a hand with his race. Rusty Greer is no longer there. He disconnected.
And
And
it
Anthony
actually,
Mintz is taken to the pits. So it makes me wonder, how many laps do they really get to their fuel?
I saw, so what I've seen is about 15 to 18 laps per tank of fuel. So they're probably going to be making one more pit stop before the race ends. And it looks like we already see the leaders already coming down. And the only, nobody stayed out from this little lead pack. And they were able to get in. It looks like Helfer and Novak, they are going to be right there together. So, yeah, this is going to be their last pit stop. They can make it to the end. John Jordan's going to be in. Seth Kramer's going to be in. Wyrick, he is going to be in. Clement. So, everybody's coming down except for that 64. He is going to go a little bit further with Nicholas Novak going to be on his heels coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2 coming down the backstretch. I'm sorry. Oh, and the 64 gets a little bit loose. coming out of turn number 2. So his car is starting to get upset. Now, as these cars lose the fuel, they will get a little bit loose because that back end is going to be lighter. So worn out tires, lighter back end, that could be disastrous later on in these runs. Now, will we see them bring their cars down pit road this time? Yep, we see that 64. He's going to dive it down on the apron. Try to get that car slowed down. Got to be easy on those brakes. Don't spin out. Don't speed. And 79 is going to be taking over the lead. What you got, Amanda? You can see a bunch of cars coming out of pit road. Looks like Rodney German
There,
is still
it
leading
looks
that
like a
pack.
swarm coming out of pit road. It does. It looks like a little swarm coming out of pit road. But the 69 riding German is making his way back to his top position because he looks like he's not wanting to give up his race tonight. And honestly, I don't blame him. If I had a cool purple car, I'd want to win too.
Yeah, that.
You just want to see a purple car at the top of the podium.
What's so wrong with that?
So interesting enough that that little 3-car pack has actually broken up just a little bit. Now you still have the 17 and the 717 were still right there together. They are trying to catch up to Rodney German, and they were pretty much nose to tail when they went into the pits. And you got Andresen. He is moved up to 5th position, and we saw him quite a ways back, so he must have made a very good pit stop or something. But he has caught up to the back of these two, riding in 2nd and 3rd, or excuse me, 3rd and 4th. Now 2nd and 3rd. They didn't pass Novak just yet, so Novak is going to be in the pits right now. Not sure where he's going to come out, but he did stay out for a couple laps, so we know he is.
He's actually coming out now. Let's see where
Jackson.
he at.
Excuse me.
Are you gonna make it over there?
If this headache would go away, I'd be great.
All right. I'll follow up with your doctor tomorrow.
Crap, I didn't mute my mic.
So, Jack is out there asking no food cars tonight. No, Jack, there are no food cars in this race tonight.
There are.
So-
There's actually a McDonald's car.
We said food.
McDonald's is food.
Nope.
It certainly
Nope.
is.
Nope.
Who's got the McDonald's car?
I'm looking for it right now.
Well,
Jack Clement, number 42, has got the McDonald's logo on his trunk.
Oh, okay. So,
That's not a food car. That doesn't count. No, what Jack's talking about is like they have fully decked out cars, like my Cinnamon Toast Crunch car.
Well, I think Jack is just being a little picky tonight.
You know what? I think you might want to be careful.
I think we got a race for the lead up here, as we got a 4-car battle. The 3 cars that were back there drafting together in a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, they have all caught up to Rodney German. And with 11 laps to go, this is going to be an exciting battle in the next coming laps. We'll go back and see what the rest of the field is doing, as Novak, he is in that 5th spot. Got Helfer. He is going to be in the 6th spot. Don Jordan riding by himself. I hate to see that. I hate to ride by myself. I'd rather have somebody next to me racing. But Herman Reynolds, he is going to be riding in the 8th. Seth, way back there, coming out of turn number 4, coming through the tri-oval. He is going to be right there at the last car on the lead lap, riding by himself in 9th. But this 4-car battle for the lead, as the 17 is going to look to the inside of the 717, and they are going to maybe take it 3 wide once they come out of turn number 2. No, the 17 just keeps it down right there behind the 69 of Rodney German, but we do have a new leader. Mark?
All right, number 717, Jonathan Bergeron actually took the lead over 69 Rodney German, and he's cutting right in front of him. Looks like they're all going to be drafting together. And Larry Andreessen's actually still pulling a close fourth and coming right in behind the number 17 car of Anthony Mintz.
Amanda?
Jack's out there in the chat saying cereal wars. Yes, we like our cereal wars. All right. The rest of the field out here, they're pretty spread out. So really the only action we have is going to be the first, second, third, and fourth position cars.
Yeah, because everybody
And
else seems to be riding pretty much singles now, except for, like I said, our little battle up front.
Now, remember what I told you about that high line? It looks like that high line is starting to come in as people are starting to use it. That 717. Now, he is using the momentum coming off the corners on that higher line, and he is actually taking over the lead like that once or twice. And right now, he is looking at coming into turn number one using the fourth lane up. Second lane down from the wall, getting a good entrance on the corner, and he is going to try to pull a little bit of side draft to use the momentum. He has the lead as of right now, but can Rodney German with Anthony Mintz on that low lane push him back up to the front? Because as of right now, he has got the lead. That 717 of Jonathan Bergeron. Amanda? And Seth Kramer
Sorry,
has
I was
now
taking my
went a lap down.
I was taking my meds. Sorry.
Uh,
I'm watching the same thing y'all are watching. I'm surprised that the 17 hasn't made a run for it around the 69 of Rodney German.
I don't know if he's afraid to because German keeps going between the first and second lane there. So it's a matter of, is he afraid to do it or is he?
I don't think he's afraid to do it because I've seen him go on the apron to try to make a run, and I've seen him go to the high line to try to make a run, but he always dips right back behind him. So maybe it's a strategy that, as he gets closer, because we have 7 laps to go. So maybe he'll do something different in a moment and really make a run for it.
well, you may be right. Y'all call
Richard, fix your screen. I see all your race controls. Okay.
Connected.
Yeah, it looks like the 17 might be trying to get a little squirrely around German. Then he backs up back to him. I think he's trying to get a draft and maybe a last second slingshot. Then you also have the number 4, Larry Andreessen, coming up beside, and actually looks like he's going to try to. Looks like he might be trying to get into the lead. He is right behind the 717 of Jonathan Bergeron.
And Rodney German has just slid back in the first place position, just barely a nose ahead of Jonathan Bergeron. And of course, as soon as I say that, Jonathan takes it back.
They're battling it,
And
but
now we are 4 wide. We're yes. Yes. So, um, Larry Anderson has now taken over the first place position, followed closely by Rodney German, Anthony Mintz, and Jonathan Bergeron right behind him. And then what is that? The number 2, I believe, of Matt Ryrick. He is a lap down car. And who is the other one? The 12 of Seth Kramer. He is also down a lap. So he is not really a contender for the first place position, but there
it
we see the
still looks good on the track.
717 go. drop down from the high line all the way down to the low line. So I wonder if there's a strategy there, if they're just trying to keep Rodney German from getting back in his first place position.
And it could be because, like Richard was saying, you use the high line to get the momentum, and then you basically slingshot in front of everyone.
Which is exactly what Jonathan Bergeron just did. He utilized the draft from the car of number 04, Larry Andresen, and slingshotted his way around. And of course, Larry is then going to take it back. They are not going to make the end of this race easy at all.
No, but that's good. Honestly, I would like to see a photo finish here.
It's going to be a high finish at the rate they're going. Be a little swarm of cars. Which one won? We don't know.
Well, it's definitely a good race as we're coming down to 2 laps to go. Side by side is going to be the 717. The 69 is going to put his nose in there to make it 3 wide, and they are going to bring it into turn number 1 with only 2 laps to go. It is still anybody's race, but there will be no
Rodney German and Jonathan Bergeron seem to be battling it out for it.
Oh, don't leave Larry out.
Oh, and see, I leave Larry out, and he goes to first. Look at Larry Andresen, the number 4.
4 wide. 17 is going to take it down to the bottom of the white line, and they are 4 wide racing for the race lead. What an amazing sight this is. Jack, take some notes. Shots fired. Wow, last lap. The white flag is out, and they are. It's one
It
of
is
these fours
anybody's race at this point. It is their, dare I say, 3 wide.
Oh yeah.
For the top 3 positions.
It's 3 wide. If the 17 gets a little bit of draft, he will make it 4 wide once again.
Ooh, Larry Andresen just took the lead again.
That outside lane, and he is going to try to utilize the side draft. Is he going to have the momentum coming off of turn number 4? Here they come to the start-finish line, and it is going to be... Can Larry Andresen get it? He's got it!
Got it! Larry got it!
What a photo finish that was. He barely nosed this car out, and let's see if we can get...
Did you see what Anthony Mintz did?
2/100ths of a second. So, wow. That was, and I'm going to go back and see if I can get a different camera angle on that finish. Gonna see. I don't know if I can. All right, let me see if I can find a better camera angle. Let's stop it right there. Let's go TV1 maybe. And we're gonna stop it right there. Oh, that's slow. Just kidding.
Jack said, "Let's go for 5 wide."
Now let's. There is the finish right there. Hey, that kind of looks like 4 wide's logo there. Now let's go to Anthony Mintz. Good Lord, look at that. All right, so I don't know if I can get a better camera angle than this.
There you go. There you go,
Spotter's
that
view.
right there.
There we go.
Oh Lord!
So a half a car is going to be a Larry Andresen, and there you have Rodney German right there, half a car away. Like I said, 2/100ths of a second. Then you have the 17 right there. They got into each other to slow each other down, but that was an awesome finish. What an awesome finish! Now I am in their team speak chat. Let's see if we can catch up with some of them. Y'all might not be able to hear them, so just hang tight real quick. Um, but while I'm trying to track them down, let's go ahead and take a look at our finishing order, and I'll let y'all run through that while I find them.
All right. Well, finishing up in first was Larry Andreessen, followed in second by Rodney German. Third is Anthony Mintz. Fourth is Jonathan Bergeron. Fifth is Nicholas Novak. Sixth is Don Jordan. Seventh is Don Helfner. Eighth is Herman Reynolds. Ninth, Seth Kramer. 10th, Matt Wyrick. 11th, Carlos Henrique. 12th, Jack Clemente. And 13th is Rusty Greer because I don't count.
You count, just not in the race.
Well, yeah, that's a iRacing technical issue.
All right, I don't know how to move people. This is new to me, so I do have the 717. Where is the 17 at? There's the 23. There's Tim Pruitt. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know how to move people. Interesting. So I'll move down there.
Give me
Channel
a
switched.
4X after I cross the line. Why is that?
Excuse me, fellas.
You and JB took.
It was before.
I
How's it
didn't
going,
hit
fellas?
anything
This is
before.
Richard up in the booth. Y'all got a copy?
Yes, Richard.
Well, I was trying to catch up with our winner. I see that he's in here. Not quite sure of how to use TeamSpeak, so I didn't know how to move people. But I wanted to holler at our winner, Larry, for just a moment. Man, that was a wild finish that you had. 2/100ths of a second, between you and three other cars, man. Tell us about those last laps, and how do you feel about your race?
Felt really good about the race. That was really good to be able to catch back up with those guys because those are all three of those guys are fast cars, and being able to catch back up to them was just absolutely key. And don't know, I have no idea strategy wise how I did that, but ended up catching up to them. And at the end there, it was pretty much, it was like, well, okay, well, I guess I could draft with somebody or I can take this lane. And so I took a lane. Rodney took a lane, JB took a lane, Anthony took a lane, and so nobody drafted anybody. So we just kind of fought it out there that way.
Fought it out four wide, man. It was an amazing battle. Coming to the last 10 laps, y'all are all grouped up
User
right there
disconnected from your channel.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, and I was actually I was pretty shocked that the outside line actually prevailed, but I think it was just because it was like I don't know that we've ever really had to face that, each of us having our own line.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your win. I did not notice that Stang GT was actually Rodney German. So, um, but hey, if you got any shout outs, along with those podium finishes, man, we welcome all the shout outs that you want to give here on the channel. So, man, the floor is yours.
Well, certainly S.O.G. What a fun, great series to race in, and all the guys that I raced around with in S.O.G. Just a lot of fun. Been a really blast, and that's pretty much my Tim
User
Pruitt, Herman
disconnected from
Reynolds
your
who put this
channel.
on, and then really the guys I raced with: Jonathan, Rodney, Anthony, Nicholas, Don, Doug, Herman, Seth, Matt, all those guys. Man, it's just a lot of fun. Jack.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. I guess I'll holler at Mr. Rodney for just a second. I'm not exactly sure where Anthony Mintz is. I haven't seen him in this chat, which, like I said, I don't know how to explore it yet.
User joined your channel.
But, Rodney, you got a copy?
Yes, I got you there.
Well, man, you led quite a few laps, and you had quite
User
a
left your channel.
good amount of teamwork right there behind you, and a lot of two cars pretty much pushing you the whole time. Y'all pitted together and everything, but you were able to hold on to second place with a lot of challenges, coming up from the rear on that finish. tell us how you feeling. Give us a little bit of insight from what you saw.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good about that. I didn't have no help there on the last two laps. We all got our own lanes and see if we could just pull it to the front there. Just got nosed out a little bit there by Larry, but that was a lot of fun. And I think those guys put a good, clean, hard racing.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like pit stops really defined what was going to happen in the races because everybody got so spread out after those pit stops. But y'all managed to stick together and pull off a pretty darn good finish. So congratulations on that second place finish there. And man, I hope y'all grabbed a screenshot of that because it was definitely a photo finish.
Yes, that was really good there. Photo finish there, four wide at the line. You couldn't ask for a better race than that. Now, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, if I knew where Anthony was, I'd give him a shout, but don't know where he's
I'm
at.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Anthony, how's it going, man? Well, just wanted to give you a shout. Congratulations on that third place finish. You know, y'all made it look very easy. I've never raced these cars here at Auto Club, but it looked very fun. Um, give us a little bit of insight. You stuck together with the 717 and the 69, and Larry came out of nowhere and kind of spoiled y'all's party.
Yeah, we was watching Larry close in on us all through the run, basically after the first pit stop. I think it was a lot of fuel mileage there. He had less fuel to take at the end of the race, so it gave him a huge advantage at the last stop to be close enough to us to stay with us. And I just felt like he was probably the fastest car out of all of us.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate that great race, and sorry that everybody got spread out. Those first before that first pit stop, everybody was right there together, and it looked like it was going to go on forever. But congratulations on your podium finish and being the biggest mover of the race, up 7 positions. A lot of good competition out there, and you were able to move up from 10th all the way to third, and hold it down. So great job on that.
All right, I appreciate you doing what you're doing.
Not a problem. I appreciate Don for recommending me to come in here, and man, it was a lot of fun. And can't wait to see what y'all can do next week. Which I don't have your schedule. So where are you at next week?
I'm really not sure. I haven't really looked.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Oh, so these cars are going to be pretty awesome at Las Vegas. To the top three. Anything that you make these tracks look pretty easy. How about Las Vegas?
We run a lot of large ovals here in the street stock. They're a lot of fun. They're very competitive. A lot of drafting. But you lose the draft, you're pretty much done. But if you get a good drafting partner, though, Larry had an excellent drafting partner and was able to close a lot of ground on us. But it's a lot of fun at every one of these mile and a half, 2 miles, 3 mile tracks.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate y'all letting us broadcast your race. Had Amanda and Mark in the booth. They were doing a lot of the broadcasting due to I'm kind of under the weather, but thank y'all so much for the great race. We enjoyed watching it. So I'll let y'all go celebrate, and we will catch y'all later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
Disconnected.
All right, and we are back. Miss Amanda, Mark, we're about to close it down. Tell us how you feel.
That was a quick race, Richard. Wasn't a whole lot of action, but it was a whole lot of good, clean racing, and it's not something we see a whole lot of with the older cars.
Well, next week they will be at Las Vegas, where they will gamble and see who will take home the jackpot win there next week. That should be some very exciting racing. As they said, they did say that they bring these cars out to the bigger ovals because it is a lot of pack racing, and these cars are very competitive. But once you lose the draft, that is pretty much you're done with. So Las Vegas is going to be next week. Can't wait to see what these guys can do. Let's see if they can make it as clean and as green as they did here tonight. But that's all I got. I will let y'all do the closing of the stream, and I'll let y'all take it away.
Well, Richard, I don't have anything else for tonight. Mark, do you have anything?
No, that's honestly, I was very enlightened by the racing style tonight. So I'm still trying to learn everything, but it was definitely exciting to watch and exciting to commentate for.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. So, on behalf of myself, Mark, and Richard, I hope you all have a great night and God bless.
Thank y'all very much. And we appreciate everybody that joined us in the stream also. Got to give our shout outs to Jack and everybody else that joined us and the future watchers that are that will watch this stream later. So thank y'all. We'll catch y'all tomorrow night. We have Old Glory Truck Series tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune in